길어지나요?
Wow.
Oh, wow.
We are Cory and Wallace, an early retired couple on a full-time journey around the world. With a passion for exploring new cultures, discovering hidden gems, and enjoying delicious local food, we are on a mission to experience as much of the world as we can. Welcome back.
Today is our second day in Oman. Yesterday we didn't do a whole lot. We were pretty jet lagged, and I had a headache or something, so I'm not sure if it was too much caffeine, which is a possibility for me, or if I got gluten, which is also another possibility. But anyways, I was able to sleep it off, and I'm feeling much better, so we're going to go and explore.
Today we are going to head out and check out the Mutrah Souq, which is a traditional marketplace here in Muscat, and it is one of the oldest markets in Oman, dating back around 200 years. So this should be really cool. It should be really traditional, and there should be a lot of really cool sights and sounds and smells.
Yeah, for what I understand with regards to covering up, for girls it's a little bit more important than guys. We were talking to our flight attendant who said shorts above the knees are okay, but if you're going into anything, likely they're going to ask you to cover up. So I've got pants on, and a tank top is fine for walking around outside, but I believe that when you go into the market, you have to cover up your shoulders, so I'm going to bring a sarong so that I can do that.
Yeah, luckily for guys, it is a little bit more forgiving. So that shouldn't be a problem. Also, it's not as strict, I don't think, because this isn't a religious site. So if you go to any of the mosques, it's going to be a lot more of a dress code required, which is absolutely fine. And so we'll probably be figuring that one out tomorrow. But for now, we are going to go and get out of the hotel and get a ride to the
Souk.
I was going to say mosque, but yes, Souk. We've just been dropped off by our taxi driver. Now, there's no Uber here or Grab or anything like that. The local taxi app is O-Taxi and Yango, which I believe are owned by the same company. So anyways, we're using the Yango app because it was the only one that I was able to link my credit card to properly. And it wasn't that expensive. It was 0.77 Rial to get from our hotel to the Souk here, and that's like $2.75 Canadian, roughly, give or take.
Yeah. First impressions of Oman. This is the first time that we've been out during the daylight. So different. So, like
the landscape,
just incredibly peaceful, very quiet, and just clean. Very, very clean.
Very different than anything we've ever seen. Also very hot. Currently 32 degrees. But with 89% humidity today, the feels like is about 46 Celsius, and it should peak at 48 Celsius today. So we're not going to be outside for very long because it is hot.
But that is one thing to note. All of the locals, anybody we talk to, they're like, next time you come, make sure to come during the winter because the temperatures range between 15 to 20. And they say it's so much more like pleasant and more enjoyable.
Yeah.
Like even they hate this heat right now. They're all just hiding inside. And
yeah.
You can tell because there's nobody out here except for tourists and like the odd local.
And to be fair, we knew we were coming in July or June, July, and it was going to be hot. So that's on us. But based on what I've seen so far, I absolutely want to come back in their winter and experience this country with some nicer weather.
So behind us, there is a yacht. I'll put a picture up at the top. I guess there are two yachts out there, and they're for the king. One for the king and one for the family. That is what our driver told us.
And if you hear this weird ticking sound on the audio, I apologize. We're standing next to a crosswalk, and that's the audible signal for the crosswalk right now.
All right. We are at the entrance of the Souk, and we will take you in and kind of show you about.
So here we are at the entrance to the Mutrah Souq, and I'm not sure how big it is, honestly. I don't believe it's anywhere near as big as what like the Grand Bazaar in Istanbul would be. But apparently it can still be a bit of a maze, and so let's go in and see if we can get ourselves lost.
Get some like a bar. Like bar. Smell.
That is frankincense.
This is natural
I've
quality.
never seen that before.
Fresh. Photo shake.
What is this?
This is for auto incense. This is bar.
Oh, so it's mixed.
Oh, they're all incense.
Oh, for incense. Okay, so it's mixed with other things.
It's natural fresh. It's natural.
Thank you.
So as you walk along, you're going to get sold to, naturally. But 90% of it is frankincense.
Frankincense and the traditional hats. I'm not sure what they're called, but the ones that the Omani men wear, I'm getting offered those a lot. There's lots of souvenirs, silver, gold. I see like the really cool like glass lamps, like the hanging lamps, things like that. Spices. Very, very cool. Very, very pretty in here.
Everybody's very polite though.
Yes.
If you decline them, they're not going to harass you too much.
Yeah, it's not at all intimidating in here. It's really awesome.
As you can tell as we're walking, everybody's like really quiet. It's beautiful in here.
Yes, and also it is a maze because now it V's out and I have no idea which way we're going to be going or supposed to be going, so we'll find out, I guess.
So one thing that they're constantly trying to sell me is sarongs, but it's made from llama cashmere,
Llama or cashmere.
and it is super soft material, like wonderfully soft.
And it's not that expensive. The last guy there just offered it for 2 riyal, which means I'm sure
That's
you
like
could.
what, $6
That's
Canadian?
about 2 riyals, about a little over $7. Right, current exchange rate as of yesterday was 1 riyal is about 3.55 Canadian. So yeah, like $7.10. And I mean that was his starting point, so I'm sure it could have gone down lower. But
I don't need it. But yeah, this is a very, very rich country. So our money doesn't go very far here.
yeah, their currency is so much stronger than the Canadian dollar. It's kind of scary actually.
Hello.
Hello.
Morning.
Good morning. How are you?
How do you spice this shop here? Thanks. Are you from?
Canada.
Canada, Vancouver, Ottawa,
Vancouver, yes.
Vancouver. This is good for rheumatism, nutmeg, and
Saffron?
lavender. No, sunflower.
Sorry?
Sunflower.
That's sunflower.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ottawa.
Oh wow,
Yes.
that's beautiful.
This is taste and quality is better. This one without sponge, this with sponge. This is all red. This is no all red. This is cutting here. You see,
It's all
it's coming
handmade.
all red. It's number 1, number 2, all good. This is not fake. More using for hot milk, hot water, better taste. More good for rice.
Right.
Give me a new charcoal. Yes. You put in set, you put in charcoal. Very nice for nose.
So it's like
for
incense.
cooling. You
Okay.
see a smell. Just close. Second minute your rice. Later, Habibi. No, give me later.
Oh, is that charcoal?
Yes, it's charcoal. Yes.
Interesting. Okay. Frankincense is much different than I thought it was. It's a resinous, I recall.
We have to pass
Go, Habibi. 1, 2, 3, Habibi. Close your eyes.
Whew. Wow.
Oh, wow.
That was so much peppermint. Like, just your nasal passage just instantly opened up. That was crazy. Oh, I can still feel it, like, just burning through there.
That's
Yeah.
incredible.
It's very nice one.
So it's very concentrated.
Yes,
very
they come
strong.
from the peppermint coffee.
Super nice guy. Kind of feel bad that we can't really support them because we can't buy anything. We're carry-on only. We don't have room for our stuff as it is. But that was still a very cool experience. He was showing us all the different spices and like just all sorts of different things in there. That peppermint though was something else. That was super intense.
It makes me really excited for Turkey though, because we're actually going to be able to cook in Cappadocia, and I'm really hoping that we get a spice market very much like this, because then we can buy local spices and not buy like bulk.
That
So
would
that'd
be
be
really
nice.
cool. Like, oh, especially all the fresh cinnamon and cloves and nutmegs and all the different spices. Like, imagine making chai,
chai
or
and
whatever
stuff,
out of
yeah.
that's going to be amazing. So, very much looking forward to that.
But yeah, that peppermint thing, I can still feel it. That's
Yeah, it's
crazy.
I can still feel it in my nasal passage. So one interesting fact that I learned on Google, the Mutrah Souq is named after darkness, and that's because with all the shops and the covered awnings and everything, sunlight basically doesn't get down to these parts of the streets because it's all covered, and that's where the name came from. We were just chatting with one of the spice vendors, and he directed us down a side alley towards this area, which is, I guess, the gold souk. And so it's all gold vendors, gold jewelry, necklaces, bracelets, like everything is gold as far as the eye can see here for this block. There is a lot of wealth on display here in these windows.
One nice thing about being in the Gold Street, I guess is what it's called, it has AC. It's the only one that does. So we're kind of hanging out here just getting some of the AC. So we've wandered quite a bit of the market now. I would say it's 90% spices, incense, or clothing, but there is a little bit of everything else. There's gold, one street of gold, you saw that. There's quite a bit of that. But we've seen a grocery store, an orthopedic store, I've seen a pharmacy, but those are few and far between. Majority of it is, like I said, the clothing, the spices, the gold, and the incense.
We even just passed some stores selling household goods, like pots and pans. There was one or two stores that was just all like, shampoos, toothpaste, all of that kind of like household goods. A bunch of toy stores, like kids' toy stores, which are very bright, very colorful. It seems like you can pretty much get everything here. And I think historically, this market would have been very important to the locals back in the day, because this would have been where they did the bulk of their shopping and trading, back in the day. And again, because a couple hundred years ago, this would have been right in the middle of the trade routes going towards India and China. So it would have seen a lot of activity.
It is very clean for how old it is. You can definitely see that they really do care about maintaining this place. It doesn't feel run down at all, and the age doesn't show.
That is so cool.
It is so ornate in here. It's beautiful.
And relatively very, very peaceful. Even with all the vendors, it's not overwhelming at all here. Everywhere you go, the big American fast food chains have been right here with us. KFC right behind me. We've seen Burger King's, McDonald's here as well. Can't escape them. We've just arrived for lunch at, I believe it's Beit Al Luban Omani restaurant, and we had the choice of normal style tables or Omani style, and we're in Oman, so we chose Omani style, which is these little low tables here. We're gonna have to sit on cushions on the floor. The restaurant we're in right now is called Beit Al Luban, which translates into House of Frankincense, which explains the frankincense water that we've been served.
Never tried that before, so. Not sure what I think of that. That is a very metallic taste, actually, to be honest.
Yeah, that smells exactly like the frankincense we were just handling over at the Mutrah Souq, so cheers. Oh, that's very different. See, I don't think it's metallic, but it's very floral almost. Yeah, get back to me. I'm not sure what I think about that yet.
I just talked to the chef. We did find this on the Find Me Gluten-Free app. It's mostly, I don't want to say Indian because it's probably a descendant of Indian food. I think it's Omani, but a lot of the dishes are curry-based, and there's quite a few options for gluten-free. There's vegetarian and meat. So if you need somewhere to eat and you're in Oman, or Muscat, this might be a really good place.
Drinks have arrived, and so I went with the Car Cadet again, and this is similar to what I had on the plane with Oman Air, except when Mohammed, our flight attendant, explained it, I understood it to be like a juice, like a fruit juice, but I think something got lost in translation because it's actually hibiscus drink, so it's made of hibiscus flowers, and sometimes with different fruit juices blended in, but it's the hibiscus that gives it that really deep red purple color. Quite tart, only very lightly sweet, very, very refreshing.
I went with a totally different type of drink. I went with tamarind juice. Now, tamarind is a flavor that I love. It's very well used in mostly Thai cooking, which is where I was first introduced to it. It's almost like a very sour plum, for lack of a better term, but I've never had the juice, so let's see. Yeah, it's very sour. It's tamarind forward. There's not a lot of sweetness to this, so if you don't like sour, this is not for you.
Appetizers have arrived, and I have gone with the sambusa, which basically, as I understand it, should be pretty much the same thing I had on the flight on Oman Air. That lamb samosa. The sambusa is basically the Omani version of a samosa, and I expect this flavor profile to be very similar. And it looks like it's served with it's like a tomato sauce, which is interesting. It's like a tomato chutney. You have tomato, lemon, coriander. I think there's a little bit of mint in there too. It's interesting. But the sambusa themselves, very, very hot. Oh, that's delightful. Very, very thin wrapper. Very crispy, and it's filled with minced lamb and herbs and spices. And that flavor profile is fantastic.
I went with kachori. I'll let Wallace say it.
So that one is called a kachori, and it is a potato dumpling that's just dipped in a chickpea batter, and they did make it gluten-free specifically for Cory by frying it in a new batch of oil, so that's why it is safe for Cory to eat.
And I believe this is a mango chutney. Yes, mango chutney. And let's see inside. It looks like just like fried mashed potato. Not a lot of flavor actually. I expected it to be full of spices and everything. It's kind of bland actually. But for what it is, it's good.
Our main course has arrived and we're splitting one today. And this is called a salunat dijaj. It's an Omani chicken curry, tomato-based curry with a makhous rice, which is rice with spices and cooked with vegetable broth. It looks and smells pretty good, so let's dig in and find out. Just trying some of the rice with the sauce. That's different. It's not what I think about when I hear the word curry. There is some spice to it, but it's much more mild, very tomatoey based, a little bit sweet, almost like a chicken stew or a fricassee or something like that. But quite flavorful though. The veggies are quite nice in there as well. Chicken's got good flavor to it. It's quite tasty. So we're just talking about this dish and how, you know, I can't really think of anything that it tastes like that, you know, it's similar to, you know, that we've eaten before. And then it dawned on me, after all, that's kind of the point of what we're doing and traveling around the world. So, yay. We just ordered some dessert, trying some local ice cream flavors because we felt like it today. And he brought us a platter of dates, which Cory's going to be very happy about. Delicious. Our dessert's shown up, and this is ice cream. One of these scoops is yogurt and saffron, and the other is olive oil. Both sounded really interesting, so we decided to try one of each. Interesting. Very different. That's very different. Very, I'm gonna guess the yellow one's the saffron, and it's, yeah, a little more tart, which makes sense because of the yogurt. It's almost, yeah, it's more like frozen yogurt, but this olive oil one is very creamy, very almost cheese-like, which is really odd. Very good though.
I'm gonna try the saffron one first. Oh wow, that's really, really different. I can't even like place that. I know it's saffron and yogurt, but like to describe that to you, I would never pick out saffron or yogurt. Oh, that olive oil is very pleasant. It, like you said, really, really creamy and almost like a sweet flavor to it. It's very different. We were just talking with our waiter. We guessed right. The bottom one is olive oil and the top one was the saffron and yogurt. And he said that everything is or both of them are homemade and they're really good.
Yeah, this olive oil ice cream is unlike any ice cream I've ever had. It's so rich and creamy because of the olive oil, I guess, whipped into it or blended into it, and it's just very, very good. Wow. It's so creamy and delicious. So I'm enjoying my Arabic coffee with dessert here, and this is good, but it's really bitter. It's a very different style of coffee than I'm used to. But then I just had a little genius idea and paired a bite of the date with that olive oil ice cream, and OMG, that was incredible. I think that's gonna do it for the Mutrah Souq. What did you think, Cory?
Honestly, it kind of blew expectations out of the water. I was expecting it to be like overwhelming and kind of on the rude side because I'm not dressed like full coverage. First of all, you can wear a tank top in here. Nobody's gonna look at you. I do have full pants on, so nobody is commenting on anything. The women have been very kind. Every time I've seen one, they've all said hi and like smiled really, really kindly to me. The sales pitch, you're gonna get sold to, but they're very polite about it. And if you say no, they kind of leave you alone.
Yeah.
So I would say overall, it's a really good experience. And if you're looking for something, I would recommend trying this spot.
Yeah, very welcoming. Everyone was super friendly. Even if you told the vendors no that you weren't interested, they're still super kind, super chill and laid back. Very good experience overall here at the Souk. And yeah, absolutely. Like Cory said, if you're looking for anything, souvenirs or whatever, this is definitely the place to come. And yeah, it's also covered, and some of the sections you'll feel some air conditioning because it's blasting out from some of the shops. So it's not as bad as walking out in the street over, by the harbor there, where it's a lot hotter outside as soon as you get out from under here. But I think that's going to do it for the moment. So I think we're going to end this video there. Hopefully you enjoyed this visit with us to the Mutrah Souq. If you did, please hit the thumbs up, give us a like, and make sure you subscribe.
And join us in our next video for more adventures. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring.